Good afternoon and welcome from Maine, greetings from Maine. My name is Tammy and this is my channel, So Fly's Unique Boutique. Trying to get this, oops, sorry, okay, that's better I guess. So today is January 17th, which is a Wednesday. Tomorrow is the 18th, and that's when this will be going up tomorrow morning. This is FlossTube episode number 22, and it's been an interesting week. It's been kind of quiet. We had my dad's services last Friday, so it was a weird weekend. It's strange, but anyway. So let's get right into it. I did do a few finishes, or FFOs, if you might call them. I just went through my bag. I needed something to do on Friday to take my mind off everything. So I figured, it's an FFO day, so we're going to do FFOs. So we did. So the first thing I did was my January clicker. And it's been up on my shelf. And it looks very nice up there. This is From the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. And this is what it looks like. And I think it came out nice. I wasn't expecting the ribbon to look as good as it does, but it also took care of another problem because I had this too far over here and there was a big flame spot. So I just covered it. And this kind of goes with the theme of everything. It was actually my husband's idea. I thought it was a good idea. So there's my January. So it is done. It is fully finished and it is in its home for the month. The other thing I finished was, this is from Primrose Cottages. It is called United We Stand. And this was one of the first things I ever did on 25 count Lugana. This actually came out quite nice. And this is Cafe Mocha, Vintage Cafe Mocha, Vintage Country Mocha. I have no idea which one it is. It's either mushroom or mocha. So, and then I put, the eagle on the back. And I split down here, did a cross, and so I just took a piece of fabric and put some heat bond on the back of it and kind of fussy cut what I wanted back there, so I got the eagle. And this is in my husband's cabinet with all his military memorabilia. And then the last thing I did was this, can't remember where this came from. Primitive Samplers and Primitives on Etsy. And this is Be Thankful. And this is the one that I did with the Autumn Honey. I can't remember the name of the floss, but the floss was Autumn Honey. And the variegation on this is wonderful. And I had asked somebody about the Stephen King, the King things. And she said I should use something like this again. The brand. And I couldn't remember what she was talking about, and I was looking the other day. Well, I'm going to go back and look again, because if I can find a red or something that has black and red in it, I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know yet, but yeah. So I just made a cute little pillow. It's an awful big pillow, but it's still a pillow. Stuffed it full with polyfill. I've never used walnut shells. I'm not quite sure. If I could figure out that hidden stitch, I might use walnut shells more often. But for right now, I'm just doing this. And this is some fabric I got. I don't know. Some sort of fall fabric. And then I put animal print on the back. And same idea with and then I just cut out a piece of heart. And you can see the heart. If you look at it this way, maybe. a little bit. So yeah, those are the things I finished. That, and not only did I finish that, or those, I finished my project bags. My project bag set for my viewers who won. And didn't do a great zipper job, but yeah. So we have the little thread bed. Not liking these snaps very well. And then I made the notions. It's got the same, it all matches. Christmas notes. So I'm going to send these out tomorrow morning or tomorrow. I have a couple things I need to do in the morning, so sorry about that. I did finish the other set, same idea. And then I finished this. This is the one that nobody wanted, even though it's cute. Well, I decided, I had made the mistake of posting it with somebody who did not win, and she thought she did win. And so Angie from the Hibernation Stitcher is going to get this one, and it even comes with a little thread bed. So I just have to have her message me her address so I can send it out. And if she does it tonight, then I can send it out tomorrow morning with everybody else's. I've got to invest in some different snaps because these plastic ones just are crappy. I don't like them. And I did finish the other one. And it has a thread bed to match too. So yeah, I got my little finishes done. Yay! Yay! So you got to see some quilt finishes this time around. I haven't done any in a while. I have been working on some stuff, but my sewing machine for some reason can't thread it with the bobbin. I don't know why. Got caught up. I thought I cleaned it all up. Looks like I'm going to have to clean it out again, but I'm not doing that today. So anyway, what did I work on for WIPs? Okay. So my WIPs are I'm gonna go with this one because this one's right on top. This is from the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. It's the February Quick. Ooh, the glare. Oh, there it is. And last time you saw it, I had the February. I had this little heart. I had these two little motifs and part of this motif and just part of this little flower clover thing here. Well, since I started working on it, I think I've done 2 more days of this. I added more onto this. I finished this part up and I'm working on this little cornucopia looking thing, and then I started the little green motif up here. So I gotta find my little card for it and track my days. I think it might be in this monstrosity mess over here. Whoop. Oh, there was one other thing that I wanted to show you before I got too much further. This is my junk journal. And what I did was I added some things that I wasn't going to do anything. So I got my little Quaker bat here, and I taped a piece of butterfly music to this page. And the next page, I put my little, this is my puffin page right here. And then right here, what I did was I put a whole bunch of different breeds of bird. Different bird breeds. This is my bird page. And then right here is my whale, my Quaker whale, quirky whale. And then what I did was I put like travel things on this page. So it kind of looks like, you know, if you were going to go somewhere, these are the kind of tickets you would get. So those are the only ones I did. I've got a couple more quickies I got to put in here, but I'm going to see what else I can find for stickers. So anyway, there's that. And I was going through some stuff, looking for something to, you know, something different. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do for Sunday, because spooky Sundays. And it was also dark stitching on Sunday. So, I actually found this. It was in a bag. I didn't look through the bag when I did my WIP parade. I did not look through the bag close enough. But this is Prairie Schooler Hocus Pocus, I believe. Yes. Hocus Pocus. And if you remember, I have the owl done. I had part of the moon done. And I had to rip out some of the witch. So I worked on this a little bit today. So I still have my owl done. I have filled in some of the face on the moon. And I've ripped out and restitched the witch face and hair. So I'm working on her dress and her chair. And then I'm going to move over to her crystal ball. And if you've never seen one of these before, this is called a snag nabbit. And if your X's look a little loose, you can take this little instrument and take this end, which is pointy, and you can push it through the hole, pull it all the way through, and it'll tighten up your loose stitches. And if I use it in case I get, you know, when I'm stitching and my little tail is too long, and if I get little pieces of the tail, I'll just push it back through. So, and it's also good for counting. I use it quite often for a counting tool. All right. Oh, that's something different. We have dark chocolate tea today. So, I also started working on Jim Shore's Mill Hill the Owl. He's so cute. And I got most of the face done. Got the eyes in, sorta. I still have to work on this eye over here. It's missing the yellow. And then I took the bag of beads that came with those 2 bags of beads. So I took one of the bags of beads and I put it in a little container. And then I was gonna bead this little section over here. Well, I had the little container, and I was taking it over to the couch to sit down and do my beading, and the dog was sitting there. She saw the container in my hand, she started sniffing at it, and she wouldn't let me go anywhere with it near her. I don't know why, because I guess she thought it was food. It was not food. It was a little tiny container about this big of beads. That's all it was. She went crazy over it. I was like, no, goodness. No. So, needless to say, the beads ended up on my ironing board, which is the back of my couch, because I keep it up all the time, because I'm always, using my iron and my ironing board. And so much for that idea. So I haven't touched it since. I want to work on it, but, just gotta wait until the dog doesn't see me with a little container. So anyway, and then in this bag is a new start. And I don't have a picture for it, but it came from ravencoven.com on Etsy. And those little Day of the Dead masks and things, with all the it makes it look, festive, kind of like a second line down in New Orleans. Everything looks festive. Well, this is called the Skeleton Owl, and it's kind of based loosely on that Day of the Dead. Now, anybody who follows me on Vacation Land Stitchers on Facebook, or if you follow me on Instagram, I posted this on Sunday. This was my spooky stitching. And the only thing I had done was partial part right here of this rib cage. I didn't do all of this on Sunday. I did work on a little bit on it on Monday too. And I got the eyes and the beak in on Monday. I have a couple of cheeks I got to put in, and I'm going to finish up the head, because this is as tall as it goes. So, and then I got to work on the bottom half. But I think it's kind of cute. It's different. Not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but it's too big for my journal. But I don't know. I will find something to do, because they had a whole bunch of them. Mice, dogs, cats, rabbits, frogs, the whole bit. I mean, it's kind of creepy, but I kind of like it. So, it's not that creepy. And then I said that I was going to do my WIP Go Start on Thursday. This past Thursday, the 11th. Well, I did. I started it. And this is what it looks like. It's called Good Company by Plum Street Samplers. Oh, terrible glare. And this is for my mom and dad's anniversary. And this is done on a 16-count avocado by Forbidden Fiber Company. I'm using the DMCs. And I started on January 11th, and I have worked on it for 7 days. Now, there was a lady who got in touch with me saying that she liked my little card idea here. Now, instead of tracking stitches, I track days, sort of. Like, to me, a day would be, if I worked on this for a day, I'm working on it for an hour a day. So that is a day for me to mark on this, because I don't pick it up again. Like, I started working on it Thursday, I worked on it for 1 hour. Friday, 1 hour. Saturday, 1 hour. Sunday, 1 hour. Monday, 1 hour. And I'm going to continue to work on it for 1 hour until it's complete, because this thing I really want to get done. And if I get close to a finish and I've had my hour, I'm going to continue until it's all done. But it has to be like really close to a finish, or else I put it away and I work for it, pick it up the next day for an hour. So, I'm missing one color, but that's okay. I don't see it necessary when I can use something else. They called for grits. for the windows, the eyes for a bird, and I think possibly the fox. I'm not all entirely sure. Yeah, probably the fox's tail. Which is fine. But I was going to use 822 because that's what they call for the DMC. Well, I got to find some. I don't know. I know I have some. I know I ordered quite a bit of it. I know I have some, but I just got to find it. Yeah. Okay. So I can, grab some. But like I said, I started this on January 11th, and this is how far I've got in 7 hours. Okay. Couple of things. May not look right when I'm finished, but that's okay. My birds. This is done on 16 count. The head of the bird is supposed to be done 1/1. Okay? I'm not doing that. The beak is right here, which is just a little bit of a line. It's backstitch. I'm backstitching as I'm going. And then you have one eye and 2 eyes. And what I did was, and I think I might have to change this black thread around to go the opposite direction. But I'm doing half stitches, and instead of doing 1/1, there are 4 1/1 stitches on the head. So what I'm doing instead of the back stitches is I cut it in half, and I'm doing 2 full crosses. I did not 3/4, but quarter stitches, and it looked horrible, so I ripped it out. So, and I had to rip out a couple of the leaves. But if there is any frogging, I do it before I start my hour. I do not count the frogging in my hour. So, I was going to do this side a darker green, and then this side a lighter green, and this side a darker green, because I grew up in a greenhouse. But I figured with all this grass that's going to be down here, I didn't want to confuse the two. So I'm just going to keep it as is. And like I said, I am doing it all in DMC. There is no fancy floss in this whatsoever. So this is how far I've gotten on my hour. I have a bunch of leaves that need to go up here. And once I get this whole side done, this side is done. And then I can move on to the next. They do have a year, which is 2022, which is up over this way. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1969, because that's the year my parents got married. And I'm going to backstitch their initials in here somewhere. So, I don't know. But yeah, the grits is 1 stitch in all these windows. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. No. And if I can't find the 822, I'll use a crew, because that'll work just fine. Look. So, yeah. So that's those are all my WIPs that I did this week, or from Wednesday to Wednesday anyway. And I did try to make myself a project sleeve today to put my Hocus Pocus in, but needless to say, that didn't work out too well. So anyway, I did get my January Forbidden Fiber, 18 count, 1/4 of a yard of resolution. Oh, yeah, that's pretty true. Yep, that's it. It's very pretty. It's extremely true to the color. Not quite sure what I'm going to put on that yet. But since I like the weird kind of colors for the I like the weird funky colors for like the gobble couples. The only one I did not put on funky fabric was Carol and Nick, but that's okay. So what are my plans? Good question. My planner. So let's see. Okay. So tomorrow I have my meeting and I will upload my FlossTube. Today I did some bags. I finished up my bags over there. Monday I can't quilt with my daughter and my husband here. It's just not possible. So I did not do a baby quilt. Yesterday I worked on bags and I finished up a couple of quilt blocks, which, hold that thought please. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. There were a couple of things I wanted to get. So, let's start with the blocks. So, I have two different, well, they're the same colors, they're just in different sequence, I guess is the word. So I have two that are like this. So you have your dogs, and then you have, it's a 9 patch basically. And so it's 3, 3, 3. And I started with 2.5 inch dog block, and then went on after that. And then with this one, these two, I switched it. So instead of starting with the dog, I started with the blue. And it gives it a different look. And I think I'm going to try to make 2 more. So I'll have 6. And this is just going to be a scrappy lap quilt. That's all it's going to do. And depending upon how big these are, I think they might only be like 6 by 6. Maybe a little bigger, maybe a little smaller. I'm not quite sure. I could probably do 8 across by 6 down, something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Or just do like 36 all the way around, 6 by 6, 6 rows by 6 rows, and then put a border around it to make it bigger. Couple borders to make it bigger. That's my thought, my thinking on that one. And then these are the shooting stars that I was talking about. And these are patriotic gnomes. So this is a 4.5 inch block with, I think, 2.5 inch triangles. And they look like this. And they're very cute. And what I'm going to do is, because these are 12 by 12, I'm going to leave it like this, make 2 more like this, and then I'm going to have a piece, probably 4 by 12 piece of fabric on this side, right? Yeah, this side. So you have a, place to put your forks and your knives. And everything I do normally has a flannel backing, as far as quilts and placemats and mug rugs and whatnot. And then I got this fabric. It's the Labyrinth, Cast Little Labyrinth. And this is actually big enough. I did this today. This is actually big enough for an 11 by 11 Q-snap, full of whatever. And it is, it's big enough for an 11 by 11 Q-snap and everything else that you need. And there's plenty of room on the sides and the top. So there's that. I tested it to make sure. I test everything so I can say, yes, it will fit this. And people don't think I'm lying. So Make sure everything, I think that's 15 by 15. Yeah, that took a little bit. So, did bags today. I'm going to do finishes and do some more junk journal stuff on Friday. We have the sampler Saturday. Oh, it was Saturday I did some of the dark stitching. Yeah. I also did Spooky Sunday, did my dark stitching then. So I'm going to definitely try to work on getting a couple more baby quilts, the blocks cut out, stitched together. May not sandwich them, but at least if I have a couple, like 3 or 4 tops, that's 3 or 4 quilts that I will have down the line. I have 1 top so far, one that just needs binding. So I think it's yellow and elephants. So I have one that I'm thinking about doing. It's like got a light teal with suns all over it. Just had to think there for a minute. Yeah, and I have some more ladybug fabric. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but I'm not doing another Lazy Daisy. That was just out of control. I like doing the blocks, I really do, but I want to do it on something a little bit smaller. So, I don't know. And then the 23rd, I'm going to try to do some more placemats, which I'm going to try to finish up those 2, and I have some other patriotic ones that I want to get done that need to be finished. I do have some mug rugs that need to be finished. Definitely. And then I'm going to try to work on because I was unable to work on my 12 Days of Christmas. Wanted to, but maybe I'll work on that next Saturday, this coming Saturday, because I believe, yes, on the 27th I am going to my first sip and stitch. Yay! If you are within driving distance of the Panera in Biddeford, Sunday at 9 o'clock, Saturday at 9 a.m., they are having a sip and stitch at the Biddeford Panera. Now I'm hoping to meet some people. I'm only half an hour from Biddeford, so that's not too bad. I do want to go to the new L&S that's opening up, but it's not local to me. It's in Maine, but it's not local to me. It's the Crafty Grimalkin, and it is in Bangor, Maine. That's like 3.5 hours from me. Do I want to go? Yes, I do want to go. But if I'm going to go, I'm going to go to Bangor for the whole weekend and explore. That's what I'm going to do. I'll, get a hotel room, stay there, explore, come home the next day. But that's what I want to do at some point. But not this time of year, because we got snow yesterday. And it snowed all day and most of the night. And I went out there twice and shoveled, and everything hurts today. So anyway, so on the 19th, I'm going to, the 25th, I also want to try to work on my Wonderland teacups, because it will be 1 year old that day. And I showed them in my WIP trade. I do not have the bag, but I think I'm either doing them for Alice August or Mad March. No, I'm not doing them for Mad March, because I'm doing She Mad Had Her Dreams. So anyway, So yeah, then that will be, I will be back recording on the 24th. So I'm recording on Wednesday, putting up on Thursday. I know a couple people have coffee with me in the morning when I'm doing my video, and they're watching my video, which makes me very happy. And if I forgot to say, welcome to all of you new or returning. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's a wonderful thing. I'm up to 60. Yeah, that may not sound like a lot, and it may sound like I'm keeping track. Well, yeah, I am keeping track because I want to know. But I'm up to, I'm up to 60 subscribers, and that makes me very happy. It's not a lot, but that's okay. I don't need, if I get more, I get more. If I don't, I don't. I figure those 60 people like me. Yay! I'm happy with that. I'm good with it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with it. I'm happy and grateful for any and all the subscribers that I get. I really am. So I'm on the 25th. I want to work on my Wonderland teacups. I'm gonna try anyway. See if I get it out early enough in the morning. I'll be able to get some time into it. And here comes the patches. Hey, come on, come on. Hi. No more treats. And then on the 26th, the 12th, the 19th, and the 26th are all finish days. So I might finish some of my finishes that I have in a bag, or combine the two, turn a finish into a quilting thing, do a quilting thing with it. I don't know. Not quite sure yet, but I will figure something out. And then Saturday, the 27th, is a new start. And I might wait on that and do it when I get home, because I'm supposed to start the Christmas heart tree. I don't know if I want to, though. I like it, but the more I've thought about it, the more I'm not sure if I want to start it yet. I don't know. I have a couple other things I want to do first. So that might be, I don't know. Maybe I'll just put a couple stitches in, call it a start, call it good, and that way I can. I think I have to work on it though for 5 hours. Oh, please. Nope. Doesn't say anything. So I could put like one heart in it and it would be done for me. So that I might do that, and they might have, I don't know. And then the 28th is Spooky Sunday, which, I don't know. I might work on my owl. Depends on how much I get done between now and then. Or I might work on Hocus Pocus. Or I might pick something completely different. And then the 29th is baby quilts, the 30th is placemats, the 31st is bags. Okay, the 31st is also, I started the deer and hare on December 31st. So what I'm trying to do, or what I'm going to attempt to do, is work on the deer and hare the 31st of every month that has a 31. Okay? Because I want to get some of that done. I mean, I can work on it anytime I want to, and I will. But I'm just saying, if I could get, a good chunk of it done. So that's why, I'm trying to do stuff like that on, like, sampler Saturdays. So this Saturday, I definitely want to work on that. And then... And then February 1st, which is Thursday, that's when I start working on all the Frosty Forests. I want to try to finish up the raccoon house. And that might turn into another hour a day, you know. Work on it for an hour a day until it's done. I don't know. Because it's Frosty Forest February next month. So I have new starts on the 10th, which is a Saturday. And I have a new start on the 18th, which is a Sunday. So, I know for my 24 and 24, Frosty Forest is on there. So that's February. So that is the WIP. And then the new start is the March Quaker from with the heart needle art. So March Quaker. I'm just adding things as I go. So that would be 3 new starts. And I only have, I have 2 FFO days. In February. Oh, excuse me. So that's pretty good. And I haven't really thought too much about March. I do know that I'm doing the April Quaker in March. In April I'm not doing a Quaker even though I should. I'd have to get it though. But I figure if I get, if I get the February Quaker finished, and I get a few other things finished, maybe I'll splurge and buy one of the Quakers off 123 Stitch. But I only have 2 days in March that two days in March where I have okay. No. How about we go March 1st, April Quaker. Because this is Mad March. So basically it's Alice themed. I know I'm working on my Cheshire Cat sampler. I think instead of working on 6 Impossible Things, I'm just going to work on the Cheshire Cat sampler for the whole month because it's full coverage. And I want to get a good thing on it. And Why is a Raving is not going to take me 4 weeks to finish that up. Because I'm not doing the bottom border. I might just take the top border out. I'm not quite sure yet. I put the time in, so I might just finish it. I don't really think it's going to need the bottom border. So I think I'm just going to skip it. And then we'll take it from there. So, you've seen my finishes, my FFOs. I'm going to show you my WIP Go board one more time. I have to cross off the night because I am done. I worked on it for the 5 hours. An hour for 5 days, which is what I was supposed to do. And, yeah. And as far as my personal life is concerned, it's been a little rough this week. It was a little rough last weekend. It was just weird. I don't know why I'm having such a harder time with my dad than I am, when my mom passed away. It was like, yeah, I cried, I did my thing, it was done. But with my dad, it's just had a really hard time with it. I don't know why. So anyway, but yeah, it is what it is. So anyway, but that is all I have for today. Hopefully I'll have more next week. I don't know. We'll see what I get done. And please be polite. Be progressive. And be patient with your stitching. Be progressive with your stitching. Be positive about your stitching. I did a lot of frogging, and I hate frogging, and I did a lot of it this week, and I'm sitting there going, what the heck am I doing? Why? Why has the frog come to visit me? Oh, it is what it is, right? So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stay warm, because I know this morning it was cold. It was like 13 degrees at 7 o'clock this morning. That's freaking cold. So stay warm. Like I said, be patient, be progressive, and be positive. And I'll see you next week.